Hey, it's me, ProJared. Welcome back to Arcade Spirits. We just got to the end of our first day. Finishing up a children's party. I am feeling so tired already. From the cars pulling up the parking lot, it looks like the party's over. It's just about closing time for the arcade anyway. Most of the gamers have filed out by now, if they hadn't already fled the tidal wave of kiddies. My first impulse is to go bug Gavin about my paperwork, but that can wait. I'd rather go help someone with the tidying up, or maybe see how our VIP gamers are doing. I don't have time to run around checking in with everyone, though. Who do I want to hang out with? Who do I want to hang out with? Gavin's working on his tablet. Ashley's repairing her costume. Naomi's prying gum out of a coin slot and looks ready to cry. Queen Bee's packing up her gear, ready to go home. Tails cooling down with some Fast Cars 5. Percy's finally finished his whoopee game and is getting ready to leave. Naomi looking ready to cry seems pretty urgent. Let's go. We'll talk to her. Is it because of the arcade machine? Is that why you're sad? Naomi definitely looks like she could use a hand. Someone jammed bright pink bubblegum into a coin slot, and she's trying to clear the sticky mess out. How could they? How could they do this to a poor, innocent little Cubert? Hey, need a hand? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, work on the second player slot for me. I've got swabs and stuff in my kit there. Grab what you need.
So frustrating.
Honestly, the nerve of these kids. No respect at all for these games. Games aren't like chew-proof, machine-washable baby toys. They're delicate and deserve love and care. She gets it. But they are toys, right? I don't get it. Well, yeah, I mean, of course, just, they're also works of art. I know not everyone sees that way. Back in the 80s, operators would just throw away games that didn't perform well anymore. In the end, an arcade has to make money, but that means using and abusing a game until it's time to put it out to pasture. But I don't have to like it, right? Definitely not. Stand up for games' rights. Yeah, of course not. You love these games. You shouldn't just let them be abused, even if they do have to make money. Next time you see some kids smacking a game around, stuffing gum into the slot, or whatever, you let me know. I'll deal with them. Thanks, Jared. It's good to know someone's got my back. Still, I need to be realistic, right? I know this isn't a museum. We aren't preserving priceless treasures for generations to come. Sometimes I treat it like my little private collection, but really, I do want people to play and enjoy these games, and that does wear them down in time. As long as I'm here, I'll pick up a game when it wobbles on its feet, dust it off, straighten it up, and set it out there to be played with all over again. With the last of the gum pulled out of the slot, Naomi closes up her toolbox. I should probably pull the coin mechs entirely and give them a good cleaning tomorrow, but I didn't want to let the gum sit overnight. I'm heading home soon. I'll see you tomorrow, right? You got it, Naomi.
Woohoo!
Nice. And she gives me a big hug before bounding off to her workshop. Hug on day one, and I didn't creepily initiate it myself. With things winding down, there's just one last thing to take care of before I'm out of the door. I seek out Gavin to handle the remains of the day. Jared, good work today. Thanks, boss. Mid-boss? Sub-boss? Gavin will do. I can't say you've been a perfect employee, but my standards are impossibly high, so I'll just assume you were as close to perfect as is reasonable. Unfortunately, the cost of cleaning our carpets and costumes after the cupcake assault will be a chunk of change. But I suppose you did all you could there. Normally I'd have dealt with the angry parents myself, but I was distracted. I've only secondhand accounts of your performance there, but allowing Queen Bee to yell at the customers is questionable at best. She's volatile. I'd rather you have handled that one on your own, all told. I'm pleased to say the sale of Mr. Whoopi's Magic Maze for the full $3,000 will indirectly offset quite a few of these costs. I'm glad you consulted me on that and stuck to your guns on the pricing, even if I'd be happy to be rid of that relic entirely. Why it's still here is a good question. Was I not clear I wanted it gone? Percy didn't want to break up the family. They're machines, not people. No. That's going to be a big nope on Gavin. But he also didn't want Naomi to be sad. Yes, well, Naomi needs to learn to let it go, I'd say. Ahem. You're giving up poor little Jared a hard time, Gavin, dear. Miss Francine, I thought you were napping.
Let's be sensible.
Naomi's dream matters too. As does the dream of Percy, that poor fellow. Poor? Isn't Percy stinking rich?
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
Gavin, I know you mean well, wanting to keep everyone's dreams afloat, but sacrifices made in that name would shatter the dreams of others. Well, that's not what the Funplex is all about. Jared, you understand, yes? The reason why? Why am I here? That's the question she asked me during that interview. Now I think I understand. I came here today looking for hope. Hope I could do more with my life than compromise, settle for what I can get, and go with the flow. Everybody I've met today is full of hope. Gamers chasing scores, people following their passions. Nobody here is willing to give up on their dreams. Not even you, Gavin. You know we're better than this, Gavin. We don't settle. We chase after our hopes and dreams and won't accept anything less. I see.
Apologies.
Jared, Miss Francine, I apologize. It's difficult to balance my idealism against my realism some days, but I know in my heart I need to err on the side of idealism, even if my mind screams in protest. I can assume you are still keen to work here, Jared? I don't even hesitate before replying. Absolutely. Gavin fetches a nearby short stack of forms. Fill these out tonight. Hand them in to me the first thing in the morning. And welcome to the Funplex. Welcome to the family, I'd say. I'm sure you'll fit in just fine, Jared. Yay. I'm doing well, presumably. One bus ride later and it's home again, jiggity jig. What? Juniper, already home from work, bounds over eagerly to interrogate me on my day. I just now noticed her cat socks. I love it.
Hey.
How'd it go? It went well. Well? Well. Really well. Your little app came through, despite being terrifyingly omniscient and just a little bit unnerving. You forgot to mention adorable. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear things worked out. And you even came home with a smile, like when you were a lifeguard. Huh. I guess I am smiling. Interesting.
By the way, there's just one teensy-weensy little question I have for you.
What?
Why exactly did you order a giant crate full of pizza bagels?
Because you could have them anytime. Did I neglect to mention that parts of the terms and conditions? On the plus side, I know what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. And that's level 1 of Arcade Spirits complete! Hey, look, you won a prize! You also get one of these for each level you clear, plus some extras for various endings and other hidden thingies. Now, let's see your score. Okay, now we're actually, like, looking over it all. Looks like you're really hitting it off with Naomi. You're proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Aw. Also, you've recorded 6,400 points. Nice! Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Today's pizza fact is, Americans eat approximately 100 acres of pizza each day, or 350 slices per second. Wow! Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Oh, yes, save the game. I already did a manual save earlier, but we'll pop on that one there. Yeah, okay. Ooh, let's see where this goes. I don't know if I'm like 100% set on Naomi yet, but I certainly am in really, I enjoy her passion. I feel very much a kindred spirit with her, as it were. We're chasing ghosts now. Let's see what that means. It is the future year of 20XTX. And you know what? Things are pretty okay. I've worked as a floor attendant at the Funplex for 2 weeks now. Hard work to be sure, but rewarding. In a spiritual sense, at least. I've helped Naomi repair pinball games. I've had tea with Francine while she reminisces about the far-out 1960Xs. I've evacuated gamers when the kitchen accidentally caught fire. I've had numerous kids puking up nachos on my clothes. I've scraped gum off any number of surfaces. I've chased out what turned out to be entirely too many spiders out of a single skee-ball machine. Okay, look. I know I'm not painting this as a very rosy picture so far, but honestly, I'm happy. I'm happy even amidst the chaos and the grossness. I'm happy. And that's all that matters, right? Right, you're happy! This is the best I've seen you in ages, Jared. Before, you'd come home all drained and exhausted. Now, well, you're still tired, but a good tired. My roommate, Juniper, she'd taken to stopping by during her lunch break whenever she could get away from her office cubicle long enough to do so. It's still hard work, don't get me wrong, but overall, it's good work. I just feel good. Totally good and stuff.
Yeah.
Good! Agreed, super good. Double plus good. Iris, we talked about you listening in on my conversations. What did I tell you about that? To pretend I wasn't eavesdropping even when I am? Exactly. You know, I'd be more upset about my creepy privacy invading digital overmistress, but I have to admit that Iris really pulled through for me. Even if she also ordered me a 3-month supply of pizza bagels on my behalf.
And you have pizza on a bagel.
Yep, we got it. So Juniper, how long do you have left on your break? Any time to squeeze in some pinball or something? I can spot you tokens. No can do. Our new assistant synergy manager arranged a team building exercise. I have to move colored bits of paper around or something and then exchange high fives. Assistant synergy manager. That sounds like a very vague job. Nah, it's actually an entry level. Good pay and right on track to middle management. Pretty cushy if a bit dull. Funny thing is that they asked me if I knew anybody who'd fit in before they started advertising for candidates, and I said, nope, who'd want to do that? When was this exactly? Oh, 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, right when I needed to find work, you told me you didn't know any good candidates for a well-paying entry-level job.
Oh, well, but you wouldn't have liked being an assistant synergy manager, right? Not one bit.
Juniper, please tell me you told them no because I'd already taken this job by that point. Not because you forgot.
Hey, I didn't forget. I just, didn't bother telling you about the open position that night. I mean, you'd already had so many jobs you hated. I knew you'd hate being an assistant synergy manager, so I didn't feel the need to tell you. And it all worked out, right? You just spent the last 5 minutes telling me how happy you are here.
Not a lie. I was happy here, indeed. Also not a lie, having packed pizza bagels for lunch, after having pizza bagels for breakfast, because we barely had enough money to cover the rent this week, pooled together. Also not a lie, Gavin constantly hiding the numbers from us, insisting things were fine, all while dryly joking about perpetually being on the edge of crash and burn. Also not a lie, that every time someone in my family tried to chase after happiness instead of stability, we fell deeper and deeper into debt and misery.
Ooh.
Jared, say something, you're scaring me. When I lost my lifeguard job, I barely reacted. Didn't care that I was impoverished again and facing an uncertain future. I guess one of the nasty side effects of no longer going with the flow is no longer being numb to the reality of your situation. But I shouldn't feel upset. I've been genuinely enjoying my new job. It's restored my sense of hope that my days can be something to live through, not just endure. I have no right to be angry or upset at losing an opportunity at a safer, more stable future, right? Honest truth. Lie to protect Juniper, or hit her with a harsh truth. Definitely not harsh truth. There's no need to hurt her feelings on top of that. Like, no good will come from that. I'm gonna go with the honest truth because I do want to be here. So I won't be angry or upset. Simple as that. I decided I was done compromising, right? Done with settling, going with the flow. I'm going to be the one to break the family curse. I chose this path of my own free will, even if I didn't have all the facts at the time. But if I'm going to be honest, boundless confidence doesn't cover the simple fact that I chose to be vulnerable rather than safe. If the arcade closes, if anything else goes wrong. Still, no need to dump all that on Juniper. It's okay, Juniper, you were right. I'd have hated that job, and things are great here.
Oh, good. You were kind of freaking me out. Trust me, it's the right decision. You'd learn to loathe working at my office, like I do. I mean, sure, the pay is good, and you get solid health insurance, and paid vacation time, and they have a sweet coffee shop right in the lobby, and these really great chairs that support your lower back, like $1,000 chairs from Sweden crafted by master chairsmiths.
Juniper, I said it's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I'm okay. I mean, I won't deny that job would have been a safer bet. I want to contribute my fair share to the apartment rent, you know? But what's done is done. I'd rather look forward than back.
Right. Forget I said anything. Please forget I said anything. I'm sorry. I should have told you. I shouldn't have held that back. But I still wouldn't have pushed you to take the job. It's totally horrible at my office. You'd have been miserable there, like me.
Juniper, it's cool. You're right. I would have hated it. Maybe we can find a way to get you to chase your dream.
Okay, good. I've got a good feeling about all this. I think you're right where you need to be, even if I was, kind of dumb about getting you here. Hey, I gotta get back to the office. Have a good lunch, okay?
I could feel the distant rumble of a frozen box of pizza bagels taunting me from the recently repaired employee break room. Yeah, okay. And you have a good rest of the hours of your day, yeah?
You bet.
I'm okay with this. Everything is fine. Right? Right. What I need right now is just distraction. And frozen pizza bagels are most certainly not it. My pocket money is really slim, but I think I need to step out for some fresh air and treat myself to a better lunch than that. And hey, maybe some company too. Nice and distracting, talking to someone about anything other than this. Let's see, who's available? Percy's taking a break from score chasing. Queen Bee's between matches. Tails shaking it on Showtime stage. And Ashley's not on mascot duty today. Who do I wish to speak to? Let's talk to Ashley. It's not often that both floor attendants can go on break at the same time. I should take advantage of that and see if Ashley wants to grab some chow. Plus, I still feel bad about her costume getting ruined. Oh, look at her in her normal outfit. With that Sailor Jupiter button on there. That's the best. Uh-oh. I might like you more than I thought I would. On the plus side, I will not be lunching with Pinky the Funplex Flamingo. She's in her civvies today.
Oh, hi!
Hey, Jared, what's up? Kitchen on fire again?
Not yet, and to avoid that happening again, I suggest having lunch somewhere else.
You know, I was just about to suggest that. Both not burning down the kitchen and going out for a bite. Sounds great.
Maybe taking a breather and stepping outside these walls will help take my mind off everything that happened this morning. And Ashley will always has a story to get lost in. Maybe I could get some pointers.
Oh, hey, I know where we could go. You haven't been to the whole story yet, have you?
No, not yet. I've been existing off all these pizza bagels.
I do love me some pizza bagels,
Especially the sausage ones. I wonder how they make all those tiny little sausages fit on those bite-sized morsels. Like, is it on a conveyor belt with lots of sharp blades, chopping down at insane speeds? You wouldn't want to be caught under that, no way. Focus, Ashley. Whole story?
Oh yeah, it's an adorable little bookstore that also sells coffee and donuts. Get it? Whole story?
No, not a fan of puns, I take it.
Nevertheless, I got a hankering for some mini donuts. Let's go.
Despite coming to this little strip mall for 2 weeks, I hadn't actually visited our neighbors. Mostly I did whatever needed doing. Took orders from Gavin, lent a hand to Ashley and Naomi, things like that. Whatever the job happened to call for. No more, no less. I couldn't say I'd been a part of the community outside the immediate circle of my coworkers, whereas the others visited the whole story frequently. Ashley leads the way into a shop that smells strangely of dusty old books and sugary sweetness. I don't think I'd ever been in a little independent bookstore. This looks so goddamn cozy. I would go here frequently if I could. Miss Editor, if we had business meetings, this is the kind of place we should have them at, because I love this. Or a bookstore at all, for that matter. It's 20XTX. Who buys books in brick and mortar stores anymore? But despite the subdued atmosphere compared to the arcade, there are customers present and accounted for, sipping coffee, reading old tomes, and yes, munching donuts. Ashley secures a tiny table for us before directing me to the bar. Hang on. What the heck is up with the menu? It's organized by the Dewey Decimal System? I get it.
I'll have the Judy Bloom. It's a bunch of mini donuts. And hey, my treat, okay?
I mumble out of thanks, trying not to make a big deal out of it. Cash is tight, and boutique cafe pastries wouldn't help my situation much. Hello. A pair of middle-aged guys wait to take my order. They're middle-aged? But you look so hip. Hey, I'd like a... Ooh. One super sweet glazed chocolate sprinkle special surprise orange juice. Surprise me, what's your favorite donut? Or just some glaze in a coffee, keep it simple. What do you think my response is? Because I know what I would actually order if I went to a place like this. You know what I would get? Glaze and some coffee because I'm boring. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I'll have the Jack correct.
One glazed and coffee coming right up.
The second fellow puts together my order and also drops a copy of On the Road on the tray next to it. Huh. Literally literary lunch.
With alliteration, apparently.
God damn it.
Say, you work at the Funplex, don't you?
Right. We've seen you walk past our doors every morning and evening.
Okay, so Ben is voiced by Graham Stark of Loading Ready Run. The guys who I went and did like the Magic pre-release with and I'm friends with. So just hearing his voice coming out of Ben is very fitting. Graham's that kind of got that demeanor about him. It's very fitting, but still just it's like offsetting to me on a personal sense.
Like clockwork, tick-tock.
Right, sorry, I should have introduced myself. Floor attendant Jared at your service. I'm your inside guy for tokens and tickets.
Oh, we are lousy at video games.
Totally lousy.
But Francine's just a peach, isn't she?
Sweetest dame you'll ever meet.
Regardless, welcome to the whole story.
Can I fuck Graham?
I'm Ben.
I'm Matt,
No relation to the actors.
although they're cuties and so are we.
Oh, stop.
Stop being cute? Never.
Oh no, that's adorable. Apparently the sugar is available in forms other than round and holy.
Anyway, don't let us stop you from having fun on your little date.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Whoa, date? It's not a
Just
date.
friends then? Friendly friends on a play date?
Maybe the real date was the friends we made along the way.
I'd say the real friends were the friends we made along the way.
What if the way was also the real friends who were the real friends we made along the way?
Okay, now you're just being silly.
And how?
Anyway, next order, please.
That was great. That was great. The pair waves the next customer in as I return to Ashley's table with our orders on a nicely decorated wooden tray.
Oh, wow!
These mini donuts are just so cute. Ashley holds up a tiny donut in her hand, like a chipmunk holding an acorn. That's pretty cute. She looks down at the tiny pastry and her eyes sparkle before she tastes a bite. Closing her eyes, the corners of her mouth curl into a wide smile. Jared, it's so yummy. I could eat these all day. I wish I could have Ashley's enthusiasm about eating food. The same old pizza bagels day after day is dulling out my palate. Ashley's face changes from pure delight to concern. Hey, Jared, is everything okay? You aren't your normal self today. You seem a little off. It's been an interesting morning. Kind of hard to wrap my head around everything. Hey, I know how those days go. Even if I feel lost and confused sometimes, there are days when it's especially rough. I don't want to do this because actually her noticing something being off about me is really, really good. Surprising for sure, but her showing that kind of empathetic side is very endearing and important. So I feel like this almost feels a little too sarcastic and I don't want to shut her down, almost make it seem like I'm like saying like, you can't have those feelings, you're happy all the time. So I'd rather go with this. You feel the same way, huh? You too, huh? Me too, huh? I guess it happens to the best of us.
I know it seems totally unlike me, but honestly, deep down I'm scared. I feel like I don't really know who I am. Every time I look at myself in the mirror, I don't know who this person is who is staring back at me.
And that's why you're in the cosplay.
I mean, in my heart of hearts, I know I am Ashley Wolf, but that's all. What makes up Ashley Wolf? Who am I? Who am I really? That's what I'm searching for.
That took an unusually serious tone compared to Ashley's usual chipper attitude. And I can't say I entirely get what she means about not knowing who she is. Well, no, I kind of get it, considering I don't know what I want from life. What you want and who you are often linked ideas, right? But Ashley looks so forlorn. I can't just sit by and say nothing. I won't let the silence drown her out. You could... Is that why you cosplay? Yeah. I wonder if Ashley uses cosplay as a way to explain her world, to discover things she couldn't obtain without it. Cosplay helps you find what you're looking for, right? Ashley looks shocked and slightly embarrassed. Whoa, how'd you guess? Are you psychic? You have to tell me if you're psychic. Those are the psychic rules. No, it just makes sense, I guess. We all have our masks, do we not? Yeah, we do. When I reflect on my life, I really do love cosplay, and I love the rush it brings. I get to be whoever I want, whatever I want. I can be a starship captain, an elf, a giant pink flamingo mascot even. I don't have to worry about Ashley. I can focus on being someone else. I feel awkward in my own skin. When I'm in a costume, I feel like I'm at my fullest potential. I feel comfortable. But I think cosplay has really helped me understand some things about myself that I couldn't see before I started doing this. I just want to be able to love the person who I am, and when I find them. Knowing you, I think you'll do just fine there. If you can smile for the kiddies through a pink flamingo mask, you can smile for yourself. I hope so, I really do. Ashley looks off again longingly for a second before snapping back to attention. Oh my! I just talked your ear right off! Lunchtime's over. Right on time. Hey, thanks for listening, Jared. I mean it. And you know, if you ever want to talk about your problems, I'm here. I mean, I'm here at the Funplex, yeah, but I'm like, here for you too. That's what friends are for. And I totally know I might be overstepping my bounds here, but I feel like lately, you're just going through the motions at the Funplex. Huh? No, things are great with me in the Funplex. You punch in and punch out right on time, sure. But from what I've seen, Jared, you have so much potential. The flame burns deep inside, and you just gotta dig down and bring out that light, you know? You'll do great things, I just know it. And I've totally delayed you long enough. We should get back to Gavin before he notices we're gone. Surprisingly poignant conversation. Time for the afternoon shift. That's usually when things heat up after the quiet mornings. More kids coming in after school, more pro gamers rolling in with the crews. I'm headed back to my desk, ready to take care of what needs to be taken care of when I'm interrupted en route. Ah, heck. Jared, Ashley, you're both back. Good. I was hoping to catch you before we left. Oh, what's up? Hamza's up.
Okay.
He is? Okay.
Ashley, I'll bring the van around shortly. Jared, you'll be flying solo today. Hang on, what's happening exactly? Who is Hamza? Hamza's a game finder and an auctioneer. Oh, cool. It gives next to no notice of when a new block of games will be going under the gavel, so we need to move. Ashley, Naomi, Francine, and I will be going on this auction for the rest of the afternoon while you run the Funplex. My first instinct is to nod and go along with it. Gavin's a law around these parts, but Ashley's words are still dangling away in my mind. Doing what needs doing is great and all, but maybe I need to step up a bit more. Plus, the idea of being trapped in here during our heaviest hours with no support was hardly appealing. Ooh. Hey, what gives? I went on this too. Let me tag along. You're trusting the Funplex to the newbie. I might burn it down. Or how about Ashley and I swap places and I come with you? I do really want to go to this arcade auction because they're super cool. I've done them. Highly recommend it sometime. Even if you don't buy anything, they just have so many there on display. And they're all like on free play. And you can just check them out to see if they work. And then, you know, potentially just put bids on them. Why not? With Ashley's words kind of clawing at the back of my mind, I think I'm gonna go for it. Let me tag along. Whoa. What if I want to come along and see this auction myself? Come on, I'm never gonna learn the business if I don't take a bigger role. You're a floor attendant. Your place is on the floor.
Aww.
Well, that's patently unfair. I'm a floor attendant too, and you're dragging me along. I feel like such a third wheel at those auctions anyway. Let Jared be the third wheel. Let me handle the floor. I'll be the finest third wheel you've ever met, trust me. I want to do more than I've been doing. Different things, new things. Social initiative, like, I suppose I wouldn't change much to bring Jared instead, but no costume time today, Ashley. I need non-plush fingers on duty in case the chicken dams. Pinky can stay in storage for the afternoon. I'm just happy to be helping folks out, one way or another. I need to go get the van. Wait out front, please. Plus, Naomi's going too, and I want to see her geek out over arcades because I think that'd be super adorable. We'll probably be closed by the time you get back, so I'll see you in the morning. Floor attendant Ashley, away!
Ah, damn. The crop top. It's my weakness. Leaving me waiting outside with my 2 traveling companions. Not much time to chat, however, as Gavin pulls his van and rental trailer around.
Oh my, how exciting. I rarely go on adventures these days. It's just a quick trip, ma'am. Any trip is an adventure if you make it one. Shall we?
The 4 of us pile in, and it's off to the highway. Ooh. I'm excited for this. Gavin consulting in a driving app on his... Nice. I am definitely giving Naomi the flirty eyes. I was like, oh, hey, are you just back there? Gavin, consulting and driving app on his phone, leads us out of the city via a series of weird turns and back roads. Trust me, this will save us time in the long run.
Where's Hamza set up this time?
On site at some abandoned estate just outside town. It's about to be torn down, but they found a trove of arcade games in the basement.
Woohoo!
So exciting, I love arcade raids!
Arcade auctions.
Raids!
Auctions. You guys got an arcade English dictionary I could borrow?
Francine, without looking up from her knitting, answers. A raid is when a bunch of collectors get together and rescue games before they can be junked by their original owner. An auction is when someone sells off their arcade games one at a time to a crowd of active bidders.
So, which is this, a raid or an auction?
It's both, dearie. Hamza, that sweet boy, buys up private collections before they can be thrown away. He rescues them from that terrible fate and then auctions them off for his finds. Sort of.
Okay, now I'm fuzzy on the sort of part. I'm the newbie here, remember?
Well, okay, so Hamza obviously auctioned off games for cash money, but he's a very whimsical kind of guy. Once I saw him trade off a vintage burger time in exchange for someone's super secret chili recipe passed down through generations of family.
In other words, he's just on the edge of being a loon. This would be a lot simpler if it was just a raid. We pay up front, we declare what games we want, and cart them away. Instead, he ambushes us with these impromptu auctions and makes us come down there to entertain his whims.
Wonderful.
I think it's sweet. He wants to make sure the games go to good homes, to people who really want them, even if they can't pay. And really, we should be honored we get an invitation. He's trying to cut out the big franchise arcades like Deco's Palace and help the little guys like us.
It's inefficient and relies entirely on keeping on Hamza's good side. Huh. Gavin's right, this could be a lot simpler. Helping out the little guys should be good. Sounds good here. Helping out the little guys sounds good here. I'm guessing Hamza's the sort of person who would let a kid have the game of his dreams for free. He doesn't care about money, he cares about people, am I right?
Correctamundo!
Nice.
Hamza's a great guy. Is he hard to protect? Sure. But he's got a big heart, and that means something in his business. Not enough big hearts left some days.
Yes, because that's how you pay the bills and keep the doors open. By having a big heart.
And Gavin,
Screw you. I won't deny we can sometimes squeak out a trade that's practically a steal, but thanks to his personal modus operandi. But let's not push too far here. We need to temper our expectations a little, I suspect.
I think not.
We don't have room to add many more games, especially relics like Hamza usually deals in.
what about the off-site storage unit? We can just rotate games in and out more often.
Nearly full to bursting, and not cheap for us to rent on a monthly basis. I'm not saying we have to go home empty-handed. Certainly a few holes in our roster we can fill, should we find an excellent deal and beat the other bidders. But consider this, above anything else, a way to maintain relations with Hamza, even if we don't end up bidding.
Aww.
Now, Naomi. Gavin knows the numbers. I'm in favor of making our little funplex more and more fun, but floor space is finite. And Gavin, remember, if we find some darling little game Naomi would lavish adoration upon, we can always retire an older game. Life, my young friends, is a series of trade-offs.
I like her outlook on life. Well, isn't it better to, not just settle and compromise all the time?
Well, now, there are trade-offs, and there are trade-offs. It's silly to say that you should never compromise, as silly as it is to say you should always compromise. It's what you compromise it defines who you are. You're all so young yet. You've time to make mistakes in learning what trades you need to make.
Unless you don't make rent on your apartment, or your stomach's growling. Iris and Juniper have pushed me to stop settling for less out of life, to stand up for myself and my happiness. And I've done just that, without regret. So, everything should be fine now, right? Right? New default topic, diversion. The weather! Well, at least it's a nice day for an outing, right? Whoops. Oh, come on! Wonderful. Glad I packed plastic bags to wrap up cabinets in just in case. That's our Gavin, always thinking ahead.
Trying to protect your investments, huh?
From Holmes's invitation, it seems this arcade was largely abandoned and left to rot. I'd rather not add water damage to the ailments the games are already suffering. It's so sad when we come across a wonderful game that's just ruined beyond repair. Most collectors show their collections a lot of love, but others just don't care. You find old games in barns, exposed to the elements and falling apart. I suppose this is one thing we can easily agree on. It's important to take care of your games.
For their resale value, you mean?
A broken game's no fun to play with, and it's a shame to see a classic in terrible condition. Consider pinball. Pinball games are very prone to breakdowns, particularly older ones. To experience them in their glory, you need to show them care. Even beyond a busted game earning no quarters, it feels like a waste to allow an enjoyable game lie fallow. A waste of true potential. Huh. Good point. Glad to see these two getting along better, even if Naomi kept preemptively attacking him along the way there. With the rain pounding down on the van roof, conversation gets a bit difficult. Gradually, everybody resumes fiddling about with their phones, knitting, or driving, leaving me to wonder, exactly where is this auction and/or raid happening anyway? We've been driving for some time, leaving the city far behind. What would a massive trove of arcade games be doing this far out into the sticks? Maybe some closed down roller rink, or an old bowling alley, or maybe it's a creepy old house that's likely haunted by exactly 87,194 ghosts. Ah! That classic luck and play. So majestically awful. Gavin pulls up alongside any number of other vans and trucks. We're here a little late, it seems. Good grief, is this really the auction site?
Creepy, definitely creepy.
At least an 8 on the creepometer. An old home has character, I feel.
Let's not judge it by the exterior, shall we?
With all speed, the group hurries inside to get away from the weather. Yeesh. A large group has already gathered in the foyer of the crumbling estate, but one rushes forward to greet us in a blur as the others pay little mind.
Greetings, friends.
Hi, Hamza.
Hamza welcomes our friends from the Funplex. Welcome, welcome. Gavin, stalwart as ever. Naomi, love what you've done with your hair. Miss Francine, a beauty surpassed only by your wisdom.
Oh, fresh.
And a new player, it seems. Who might you be?
I'm Jared.
I see. Greetings to you and yours. I am known as Hamza, seeker of antiquity, finder of things lost, player of games. And welcome to, well, not my home, but a place where Hamza shall provide hospitality regardless.
Ooh, kind of a dump, isn't it? Secret Antiquity is 1986. 1980X is antique? Yeah. I was unaware Reagan-era amusement machines were antiques on par with the Turin Shroud.
You are fiery indeed! But rest assured, many a holy grail may lurk in the arcade below. You may even find your own relic of a holy nature by eve's end. Alas, I'm not a moment to enjoy your fine company, Jared. Perhaps later, but for now, it is time.
Clapping twice for attention, Hamza rallies the small crowd in the room to begin the proceedings.
Friends, companions, long-time allies of the noble art of the arcade, welcome to Donnerwood. Its story begins nearly 30 years ago when legendary pop musician Donna Michaels, singer of such hits as Thrilling and Mama Don't Mope, did a stately pleasure dome decree. Here, the reclusive idol crafted a private amusement park, a petting zoo, and an arcade. Alas, she could only enjoy the paradise for a short 10 years before her tragic death. Needless to say, The estate has fallen on hard times ever since, and this year it shall be torn down to make way for condominiums. But not before we have our say.
Friends, those games that Donna Michaels cherished still lurk one floor below, ready to be rescued from such a terrible fate. It is our moral imperative to do so. I have paid the estate owners a princely sum for the entire lot. Now, Hamza parcels them out to you. By all means, browse the collection. See which pieces sing out to you.
I can't wait to see which
On
ones
the far
I
table,
like.
you shall find refreshments, grapes, sparkling wine, and delicacies from my travels. Mingle, cavort, and we shall begin the auction in 1 hour's time.
I'm excited for this. Indeed, a lavishly arranged table that probably costs more than any single arcade game put together is descended upon by the invitees soon after. I feel like I'm attending some ancient Roman celebration of debauchery and gluttony, and not an arcade raid. Or an arcade auction. Or whatever.
Donna Michaels, I knew it! I should have recognized Donna when we pulled in, but it was raining too hard.
Who?
You've never heard of Donna Michaels? She was the hottest musical act of 1980X.
Naomi, I was born in 1990X.
I'm totally plugging my phone into the van stereo so we can blast Girls Just Want to Play Games all the way home. But first, I'm gonna go check out the cabinets in her arcade. I'm not really into mingling. Later. She dashes off with all speed, heading for the stairs leading below. I suppose I should go network a bit. Hamza's events always draw an interesting crowd of rival arcade owners. Heading to the foodstuffs, Gavin arranges himself on a plate so he can excuse to hang around and eavesdrop on the other collectors, leaving me to do stuff? Now I see why Ashley was bored at these events. Gavin schmoozes, Naomi analyzes finds, and Francine's already napping in a chair. I've got nothing to do. No, I want to go look at the arcades.
Well, when in doubt, find someone who knows what they're doing and stick to them like glue. Boop! I'm not really interested in the arcade version of Game of Thrones going up in here. Gavin can handle these guys. Me, I want to see this legendary arcade Hamza was talking up. So I head downstairs to join Naomi. Oh. Hell yeah. Whoa. Is this a private collection or a full-fledged arcade? I was expecting a handful of games and a pool table or something, but this is easily 3 times larger than the Funplex itself. Even coated in dust and disrepair, it's awe-inspiring. And it's also hard to find anyone in the maze of tightly packed games. Invitees are browsing out the available stock to decide what's worth bidding on, making it crowded as well. But eventually I locate Naomi, practically cuddling a narrow-looking TMNT machine. Yeah, I'm into this. Okay. I'm going to call this episode here because this is a great place to leave off on. And from on out, Naomi and I are going to check out some arcade machines and pick our favorite one. That's going to be great. I'm really digging this game. I like this a lot. I'll look at here's my scores right now. Way up there with Naomi. Ashley and Queen Bee are the same. I'm glad I got to talk to Ashley a little bit. Got to learn a little bit more about her. That was nice. I haven't been talking to Queen Bee as much, or Teo, but I don't think I'm definitely knowing Gavin. I'm shutting that down. I'm not into him at all. And then Percy, I feel like Percy's too aloof for me to be interested in, but otherwise, here's my current personality. Equaling logical as I am boring. Guess I'm not surprised by that at all. But anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying this. And I might try to play this to completion. Who knows? We'll have to see. Depends if you guys are enjoying it. You'll have to let me know. It's hard to tell. But yeah, if you are interested in this game at all, it is available on Steam. We'll be sure to put links in the description down below so you can go click and check it out right away. A lot of cool people worked on this, including some friends of mine who did some voice work. So feel free to check it out. Let me know how it goes for you too. As always, thank you guys so very much for watching. See you next time.